Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Maria and today we are going to draw a picture. I think I'm gonna place the bottle kind of like that. Since the shadow is pretty long, it won't fit into the drawing. I hold my pencil vertically. I'm correcting my hairy lines. I cleaned up my drawing and now let's shade it. I'm going to maybe make this ellipses lighter. Okay, I'm going to draw the reflections first. The first reflection is looking like that. This is another reflection. Goes up like that, and here I can see surface of my desk. I'm gonna look for other reflections. For example, right here I can see the reflection from the white background and a little reflection of the picture handle right here, and it goes up like that. And if I see something else, maybe in the process of shading, I'm going to just do it in the process. There is some reflections on the picture handle, but they are too narrow and I'm just going to just erase them later. I'm gonna put one even tone to all of this because the picture is black, and I'm going to start with just one tone. I'm putting my strokes like that across the form. If I sometimes go out of the contours, this is fine. Once again, we can always erase whatever we don't need. Closer to the edges of the picture, I'm going to tilt my stroke like that. And right here, I'm tilting my stroke this way. So I'm going to do the same with the handle. And all together with that, I'm going to fill the shadow. Okay, now I'm going to erase the highlights right here, just not to lose them in this process. Now I can see them, and now I'm going to keep going. It should be really dark, and I'm going to make darker the areas that are almost black. So it's in the middle, it's here, this part, and handle. I'm using pencil 4B, and let's go. So now, if you're thinking this is exactly a kind of systematic approach I've been looking for, I would like to invite you to check out my Patreon course that is in progress right now. This isn't just about drawing, it's about building the foundation that will transform everything else you do as an artist. The link to my Patreon is in the description below. Please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Right here I have lost the outlines of my table, so I'm going to restore them, and now I see where the table ends and where the darkness of the bottle gets even darker. Now I want to grab pencil B to go through lighter parts of the picture to make them not white. Right now they just look white. Right here the part of the picture is gonna be much darker. I'm using vertical strokes because horizontal strokes are too small and they don't look nice. I'm holding my pencil like that and I'm putting it almost flat to the surface of my paper, just to avoid like needle looking strokes like that. So the secret of making it very bright is to make it really dark, because it's obviously really dark, and then to basically erase highlights. So in our case they're gonna be here. It is a little white stroke around the reflection of this handle, which of course I missed, and I'm gonna erase some of the hairy lines around the picture. Now I need to work on the handle. So I'm gonna cover it with even tone right now. Smaller strokes, and I'm supporting my drawing hand with my pinky finger. So to make it darker and darker, I'm changing pressure. I'm making darker and darker strokes, or there is more soft pencils. I'm using 4B. There is 6B and 8B, and I think up to 10B. So if you guys have them, of course, you can use them. I'm going to keep going with this 4B for now, and maybe I will change it to, I have 6B and 8B. We'll see. Maybe I can keep going with this one. I missed the reflection right here. It's not that big, but it's there. Okay, and this one. Reflection on this side is not a window reflection, it is my background reflection, so I'm going to make it darker. And the desk reflection that my picture sits on is, comparing to this, is darker than this. So I'm going to make it just dark enough, but not as dark as this part. So now I have three values inside of my picture, and I want to compare first of all what I just have drawn with what I see in front of me. So what I see is that this part has different variations. Even though this is dark, inside of it has different variations of darkness, which I haven't yet achieved. Then the next thing is that inside of this reflection there is different variations of tone as well. And on top of everything, this is just a little lighter than this one, and this one is much lighter than this one. So to solve this problem, I'm going to go to the place where I am most comfortable with, where I can see all these variations the best. I'm going to start with the darkest darks. Alright, so I have pencil 8B, and I'm gonna see how well it works. So this part is a little darker than the rest, and then this part is a little darker than the rest. Alright, now I'm gonna move to here, and this part right here is dark too. Okay, so I'm going to erase the extra parts. Now it looks pretty much dark enough, I'm going to draw the handle. And on the handle, I'm going to erase the reflections. Some reflections are darker and some reflections are lighter. And this one is pretty dark. So what I see inside of this bottle is that the farther part is a little more defined and it is dark. And around here it is dark too, so, and inside of it, part closer to the source of light is dark, and part closer to the shadow on the object is lighter. And now I made a mess. I'm gonna work on the shadow. So shadow is very light because I have source of light or just my window. It's daylight and the shadow is not defined, so I'm going to erase a big part of it and make it much lighter here. And then I'm going to use my pencil B to just maybe make it just a little bit more visible. And the shadow is always darkest under the object, and it is gonna be right here. Okay, now I see the variations inside of this reflection, and I'm going to make them. If you guys are on this stage as I am, I think this can be enough. That's all, guys. We have our beautiful pitcher slash bottle, and thanks for watching and see you next time.